So this is a pretty quick, or at least I hope it'll be quick, general overview of my initial thoughts of this Syil X7 that I just bought. My motto is featuring the side mount tool changer, 16 pocket BT30 with 10,000 RPM spindle. It's got the LNC 6800 controller. Like a lot of the stock models come with the 5800. The difference with this is the bigger screen, more control buttons, and then I think it also supports 4+1 axis machining. So we'll just take a quick look around of the whole machine. So there's a spindle, the coolant nozzles. These are fairly larger than the small 1/4" lock line. These kind of look like maybe 3/8. There's a table, the TTC 200 tool setter. Then you have the metal weight covers. That's nice. You have a pocket for chips and coolant over there, and another one. Not quite identical, a little bit bigger on this side. You have cable carriers coming down to the X and Y servo. Washdown hose, which mounts over there. Up here you have I think it's the door lock. So these slide through. Yep. So it's probably some setting where there's like a feed holder or something when you open the doors. There's a stainless steel cover. A lot of the machines that I've worked with kind of have this, but this one doesn't quite stay in, so I'm not sure what's about that. I think this is tempered glass. So a lot of these kind of hobby grade machines come with like polycarbonate, but this one's glass, so that's quite nice. This is also rolling on linear bearings. That's nice. You can see inside the tool changer. Here's the arm. I showed the side, but I mean there's a wall right there. I mean, I don't have much space in here, and I'm working with what I've got. Z-axis servo up there. I guess the status light, the MPG, the pendant. Also got a magnetic back over here, which just snaps on, and it plugs in over there. And then your USB input, Ethernet. What else? Okay, so let's look at the coolant tray. I can only open it so much because I've got my Slant Pro setup over there. But basically, these bins, which have the mesh on the bottom, these go in here and here, right underneath where the coolant and chips drain down. And it also drains down over here too. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe oil drains down here. I'm not sure. And here's a casting, so you can take those out, throw your chips away or recycle whatever you do with them, and the coolant pools down in here. And you can also, I guess, some machines you can check the level on the outside, but this one, I suppose you have to just pull it out. So that's nice. Back here is the pump. It actually sits in there, but I took it out for now because my machine isn't on the level of feet yet. I wonder if I can bring some out to show you. It's supposed to sit on these, but I got so excited when the riggers were installing this that I forgot to tell them to wait for me to put the feet under, so I've got to work something out. But there are, I guess, threaded screws, these things, that go into the casting base. There's 4 of them. And they eventually sit on here. But the reason why this pump isn't installed is because it can't clear that coolant, I guess, exhaust over there. But it's quite a beefy pump. I mean, this is all pretty high quality stuff. We put all the Teflon tape inside. Here's the line that goes to the washdown hose, which is in here. The side doors. I personally selected the Syil. Part of the reason is because this is the space that I'm working with. There's just no space. And I wanted these side doors, so I picked it over like a mini mill, or I think, I don't know, some of the smaller, well, I don't have money for a Herco, but the mini mill in particular. Because sometimes I work on long parts, especially when I'm machining stuff pro bono for robotics teams, it's got to stick out. And in previous videos, I thought that they made a mistake where they had this sort of like flange over here, and I thought, oh, that's stupid because, you know, the coolant's gonna sit in here and then drain out. But they've actually thought about it, so it actually drains back into the machine. And Syil claims that their enclosure doesn't leak. And I guess what they've done is, this is one way to do it, is they just lined all the sides, all of the sides, everything, even like okay, so you're not supposed to put it over here, but I put it here anyways. Even over here, I have no idea how cool it's gonna get over here, but they still did anyways. I'd show you the other side. The other side has, but I cannot. There's the filter regulator lubricator. There's the automatic oiler, and then mine is here's a power on switch. Mine is a 221 single phase version, and then there's actually a terminal bar inside with 3 wires. I think it's like there's ground and there's like neutral and live or something like that. Anyways, you can run your own plug or hardline it through this. I guess it's an intake. The column. Oh, this is a nice larger IGUS energy chain than I've seen on some other machines. The column is about 7 inches or so thick. I'm not too sure how wide it is. Maybe we can try and check out. Alright, so it's kind of about a square-ish. And there you can see a little bit of the motor. Spin the motor. Pretty beefy. Looking at maybe, I'm sure it's hollowed out, but it's probably a ½ an inch thick. That's kind of the same as my for my previous 1100M. And then these hinges are all metal. I like how it's all socket head and the Phillips head stuff. Even like some of these other more trivial bolts. So I took off the panel for now, but they're all socket head cap screws. I love that. I don't like working with Phillips or flathead. Then there's your work light. I'll have it powered on later. Yeah, I'm happy so far. This is, oh, and I should also mention the enclosure itself. I think they powder coated it, which is nice because the paint on my former machine, it just peeled off in months. But this one has, I think it's powder coated pretty much everywhere, and it's maybe like 16th inch gauge steel. The top of the enclosure, I mean, you can kind of see that there's some inconsistent with spaces. Do I really care about that? No, not really. Is it indicative of the rest of the quality of the machine? Not that I can see so far. Yeah. This is nice. I'm happy. I'm happy so far. I'm gonna run it, and I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to keep posting videos, but we'll see how happy I stay. So far, this is. I paid $33,000 for this. Yeah, I like the quality so far. I do.